Hello, dear children. We're so glad you're here with us. We're about to embark on a magical journey together. This isn't just any journey, but one filled with wonder, enchantment, and a touch of the unexpected. Picture a world where the impossible becomes possible and dreams are as real as you and me. A world that exists beneath the waves, where every bubble holds a secret and every ripple tells a tale. Are you ready to dive into a magical water world? Let's go! Once upon a time, in the deepest depths of the ocean, there was a magical water world. This was no ordinary ocean, oh no. It was a wondrous place where every shade of blue danced together, creating a symphony of color that would take your breath away. The water shimmered and sparkled as if sprinkled with stardust, illuminating the world beneath. In this mesmerizing water world, the inhabitants lived a life full of color and harmony, a community of delightful and diverse marine creatures, each unique and vibrant, adding their own splash of color to this underwater canvas. There were merry mermaids with their dazzling tails, busy beavers building their homes, playful porpoises flipping around, and curious crabs scuttling on the ocean floor. This magical world was a place of peace, where everyone lived together in harmony. The mermaids sang enchanting melodies that echoed through the water. The beavers chattered away as they worked. The porpoises playfully danced in the currents, and the crabs clattered their pincers in rhythm. It was a symphony of life, resonating through every coral and seashell, a testament to the tranquility of their world. Life in the magical water world was serene and beautiful. Days flowed into nights and nights into days in a seamless dance. The sun would cast its golden rays into the water during the day, creating a kaleidoscope of colors. At night, the moon would bathe the water world in a soft silver glow, while the stars twinkled in the sky above, mirroring the luminescent creatures of the deep. The inhabitants of the magical water world cherished their peaceful life. They celebrated the beauty of their world and each other, sharing stories, laughter, and love. Their hearts were as deep and wide as the ocean they called home, filled with kindness, understanding, and respect for one another. But one day, something unusual happened that disrupted the tranquility of their world. That day, a peculiar object fell from the sky into their world. Imagine the surprise of the water world inhabitants as they witnessed this strange event. The day had started just like any other, with the sun casting a golden glow on the surface of the water and the creatures going about their daily routines. But then, without warning, a shining object plummeted from the heavens and plunged deep into the heart of their world. The fall of the object caused quite a commotion. Fish darted away, startled by the sudden intrusion. The playful dolphins paused their games, their eyes wide with curiosity. Even the usually indifferent turtles craned their necks to get a better look. The entire water world held its breath as the object settled on the sandy floor. In the days that followed, the water world was abuzz with speculation. The object was unlike anything they had ever seen. It was smooth and round, radiating a mysterious glow. Was it a stone from the sky? Was it a lost treasure of the sea? Or was it something else entirely? The wise old octopus, the unofficial leader of the water world, called for a meeting. The inhabitants gathered around the object, their eyes filled with wonder and apprehension. They examined it from all angles, prodding it gently with their fins and tentacles. The starfish even tried to taste it, but quickly spat it out, much to the amusement of the others. They pondered and debated, each creature proposing a different theory. The seahorses suggested it was a giant pearl, while the crabs argued it was a moon rock. The jellyfish thought it was a new kind of food, but the sharks quickly dismissed that idea. Despite their best efforts, the water world inhabitants couldn't agree on what the object was. They tried to understand it, to make sense of this unusual happening, but no matter how hard they tried, the object remained an enigma. But no one could figure out what it was, and it remained a mystery. So, the bravest of them all, a young dolphin named Dolly, decided to go on a quest to find answers. Dolly was not just any ordinary dolphin. She was curious, determined, and had a heart full of courage. She knew the journey wouldn't be easy, but she was ready to face whatever came her way. As she swam through the vast ocean, she came across many challenges. There were giant waves that tried to push her back, strong currents that tried to steer her off course, and deep, dark depths that tried to intimidate her. But Dolly was not one to back down. She faced each challenge with bravery and determination, never losing sight of her goal. Along the way, she met a variety of sea creatures who became her friends and allies. There was Sammy, the speedy shark, who taught her how to navigate through the strong currents. There was Ollie, the wise old octopus, who shared his knowledge about the deep, dark depths of the ocean. And then there was Bella, the bubbly blowfish, who always managed to bring a smile to Dolly's face, even in the toughest of times. These friends were not just companions on her quest, they were an essential part of her journey. They stood by her side, shared their wisdom, and helped her overcome the challenges she faced. They showed her the power of friendship and teamwork, and how much more you can achieve when you work together. As Dolly swam further, she learned more about herself and the world around her. She discovered that the ocean was not just a place of challenges, but also a place of wonder and beauty. She learned that every creature, no matter how big or small, has a role to play in the grand scheme of things. And so, after a long and adventurous journey, Dolly finally reached her destination. She had faced many challenges, made many friends, and learned many lessons. But most importantly, she had discovered the truth. The truth about the unusual happening in the magical water world, the truth about herself, and the truth about the power of friendship and courage. With the help of her friends, Dolly finally discovered the truth. The object was a message in a bottle from a human child asking for help to clean the oceans. Upon reading the message, Dolly, the dolphin, and her friends felt a stirring in their hearts. You see, they had always lived in the bliss of their water world, unaware of the struggles faced by their oceanic neighbors. The plea for help was a wake-up call, a call to action. Dolly, being the kind-hearted creature she was, decided that they could not sit by and do nothing. The message was simple yet powerful, a cry for help from a young human who saw the damage done to the oceans and wanted to make a difference. It was a plea that echoed in the hearts of Dolly and her friends. They realized that their water world was part of a much larger ecosystem, a world that they shared with humans and other creatures. With newfound resolve, Dolly and her friends made a decision. They would do whatever they could to help clean the oceans. They would do it not just for themselves, but for their human friends as well. They knew it would be a challenging task, but they also knew the power of unity and determination. They reached out to the other inhabitants of their water world, spreading the message far and wide. Sea creatures of all shapes and sizes joined them in their mission. Even the humans, who had sent the message in the first place, were pleasantly surprised to find their plea answered. Together, they worked tirelessly to clean the oceans. It was a monumental effort that required cooperation and understanding from everyone. But they persevered, driven by the shared vision of a cleaner, healthier ocean. The task was difficult, but the reward was immense. They saw the difference their efforts were making, and it filled their hearts with joy and pride. The ocean started to sparkle again, and the marine life began to thrive. And so, they all learned that by working together, they could make a big difference. The story of Dolly and her friends became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of unity and collaboration. It served as a reminder that every action counts, no matter how small, and that we all have a role to play in preserving our beautiful planet. And that, dear children, is the end of our bedtime story. As the last page of our enchanting tale turns, it's time for us to say our goodbyes. But before we do, let's revisit the important lesson that our magical water world has bestowed upon us. Our friends from the underwater kingdom taught us the power of unity and collaboration. Just like the tiny seahorses and the majestic whales work together to solve the unusual happening, we too, in our everyday lives, can accomplish great things when we join hands with those around us. They also showed us how crucial it is to take care of our environment. The health of their world depended on the cleanliness and balance of their surroundings, just as ours does. The vibrant coral reefs, the bustling aquatic life, all thrived when treated with respect and care. But remember, dear children, this message isn't confined to our bedtime story. It's a call to action. It's an invitation for every one of us, no matter how small, to play our part in preserving the beauty of our world, just like our friends in the magical water world. As we close this chapter, we take with us not just a story, but a lesson etched in our hearts, a lesson of unity, care, and respect for our world. Good night, dear ones. Remember, even the smallest of us can make a big difference. See you in our next story.